Yo, what up, everybody? We're back. Episode. I know it's a little bit different today. We're recording here on like a webcam situation, and we're recording on our home studios, so on my home studio. The reason why we're doing this, I can just straight up tell you guys, I was on vacation for like 10 days, and I got back, and now Mark's on vacation, so we had a kind of a gap in our scheduling. So I kind of had to slap something together as I always do. And
as you do a good job.
Thanks, man. So if you guys are just listening to the show, that voice you just heard is a regular guest on our show. That's the incredible, super talented Wilbur Mckesson.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Wilbur Mckesson the third. If you don't know who that is, he's the author of Insertion and Retribution, and some other stories and some books in the future coming out here. One of my friends from a long time ago, and if you guys have heard our show, you've heard him on the show or us talking about him. But he's gonna be on the show today with us, just to chat away a little bit. But hey, dude, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, dude. Anything for you. Anything for you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Especially as I called you like an hour ago. I was like, hey, man, I need to do a show. Can you help me out?
Oh man, I love being on the show. I love coming to y'all sets. Like it's when I come home and everything, and just talking to you and Mark about shenanigans and whatnot is awesome. So I love it, man. Yeah. Keep it up.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. How was your Thanksgiving? Good, solid.
Yeah. I had a Friendsgiving on Monday. There's like 15 of us. We had like matching sweaters. Like on my Instagram, you'll see it. In my Facebook,
I saw that.
Matching sweaters and whatnot.
Yeah, that was fun. That looked pretty cool. That looked pretty fun, man. I'm gonna say this is probably gonna get us canceled right now, but show that picture to F and Allen and be like, "Hey, man, I have black friends. I got 15 of them." So here you go.
Oh my God, dude! And I was expecting Allen to comment on it, which he did.
Yeah,
I was expecting that comment.
What did he say on it? He said something about it, or what?
Yeah, he pretty much said exactly what you just said.
Oh, stupid.
Here,
I thought it would help you, but
what a guy.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, man, no, that's solid, dude. That's cool, man. Good to hear. Unfortunately, I missed Thanksgiving, but for a good reason. I was out of the country. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
How was that?
Dude, Ireland was great. I love that country, man. I love the people were awesome, dude. The pubs were fun. Guinness is the best beer on the planet in Ireland on tap. It's so damn good, man. It's like it tastes like freaking ice cream or coffee or something. It's so good. It's so good on tap there. Yeah, Ireland was cool. Then I went to London for a couple of days, and man, I actually liked. So I like Ireland as a country better. I think the people and the culture there is a little more fitting for me, but London was so much more convenient because of the train, and just so much to do. Like in Dublin's cool, man. Ireland's cool, but everything's spread out. You got to drive. I think one day I drove 6 hours just going to the cliffs and then back to Dublin. It was a lot of driving, so I got a little burned out on the driving part. But London, man. Yeah, taking the train everywhere, man. Going to see all the sights, dude. London, I had so much fun in London, man.
Dude, I told you. I love
that's exactly
London,
what you told me. Yeah, unfortunately, me, I don't listen to anybody until I do it myself, and it's like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I swear, I felt like I was in a Harry Potter movie because everybody sounded like Harry Potter or Hermione because the accents.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, and then you're the crazy one because you don't have one.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm here trying to like count the money and like figure out what's what and shit. So yeah, but it was cool though. The people were nice, man. It was fun, man. I had a lot of fun. So good time. I mean, I missed the family for Thanksgiving, obviously, but still, dude, it was a good time, man. That's so much fun. Love traveling. Hey.
So some things need to be sacrificed, bro, for the good of the people.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, definitely, for sure, man. So anyway, I got to jump into what we're drinking this week. I drank so much beer in London and Ireland, but I'm just gonna bust open here one of my favorite beers, the Belgian Beaver. It's a peanut butter stout.
Nice.
You ever tried it before?
Nice. Dude, I love stouts, bro.
Yeah, it's the stouts are my favorite, probably my favorite beer. But this peanut butter stout's brewed here in San Diego, so it's pretty solid beer, man. If you guys try that out, check it out. They're not sponsoring us,
What
but
is it?
hopefully some. It's
What's it
called
called?
Belching Beaver. It's like a
Belching
peanut
Beaver.
butter
Okay.
milk stout. Yeah. It's one of my favorites, man. It's fantastic. So that's what I'm drinking this week.
See if
Didn't
I
mix
can
it.
get it out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check it out, man. It's usually in most stores, man. I saw it up in Washington all the time too, so I think it might be imported. It used to be seasonal because it was like a smaller batch, but now it's just in stores all the time now. So
Okay,
but pretty good stuff. Yeah. Cool. I guess we jump into our topic then, huh? Before we waste anybody's time, anyone else's time. So we got a couple of I'm basically just calling this our post Thanksgiving check-in because we're not having a major topic. We're just gonna have a little discussion over some trailers and upcoming shows. So on our docket this week, so we have, I think I should have looked this up before I hit record, but I know the Star Wars Skeleton Crew. That's coming out this week. I think it's premiering this week on the 3rd, on December 3rd. So on Wednesday. Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then the Creature Commandos is the first entry in the DC universe run by James Gunn, and that comes out on the 5th, I think on Friday.
Hold on. Wednesday is the 4th, I think. Yeah, because tomorrow's the 2nd. So Wednesday's Tuesday.
What's today? Today's Sunday? Yeah.
Yeah, today's the 1st.
Okay, so today's the 1st, so that means it's coming out on Tuesday. Yeah, so Tuesday will be Skeleton Crew's premiere, 2-episode premiere. I think it's a 2-episode premiere, and then I think Creature Commandos is coming out on. I guess so. It's going to be the 5th. Is going to be what, Friday then? No, Thursday.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Thursday.
yeah.
We can't count.
Gotta count on my freaking fingers. Like
I was literally doing this. You couldn't see it though.
Yeah, you just do it off camera. Smart. Yeah, that's why I zoom in so you can't see my hands or what my hands are doing. Over count on my fingers, but so those 2 shows are premiering this week, and then I know we had talked about it. I think in the last couple of weeks, so the Mission Impossible trailer premiered, the Final Reckoning. So we're gonna discuss that a little bit too. So dealer's choice. What do you want to start with?
Let's save MI for last. I feel that's gonna be a decent discussion.
Got it. Okay, for sure. So then let's just jump into Star Wars, man, because Star Wars is like my favorite thing, but also my least favorite thing now because of how shitty Star Wars has been.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Right. No, Star Wars is literally like, it's probably my favorite property if I was to actually like think back and put it on paper. But as a geek, and that's what I love about geek culture, Star Wars is my family. I read the books, I watch all the movies, obviously I watch all the shows. I dive into the lore. I understand all the freaking saber patterns and what each color lightsaber means. Like that's all, like I'm like super into Star Wars. It's one of my favorite things. But it has not been represented well in a long time, in a really long time. I think maybe we got like, for me, it's like maybe Mandalorian season 1 and 2, and then like Andor, and those are probably the only things I can really sign off on recently in Star Wars that is good. And then now that Disney runs everything, they run the publishing side too, so they have their own books that they make now, or that they write now, and then their show. It's all taken over, and so I don't really read anything that Disney publishes, or so it's kind of sad, but so that brings us to the Skeleton Crew series. So it's so it's basically being described as like the Goonies in Star Wars, right? Like a kid adventure.
That's what it looks like.
Are you getting that vibe too?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling that a lot. And it's kind of it's like very modern day Goonies in space, right? With the Star Wars label to it. It's got like Jude Law is playing some character in it, looks like. And then a bunch of kids. Yeah. So it's like the tag is in the New Republic era, a group of kids lost in the Star Wars galaxy desperately try to find their way home. So who's this show aimed at is the first thing. Like who's this for? Do you think? It's not for us.
Yeah.
Right?
no, it's I don't want to say pandering, but like a lot of their stuff again, and this is the problem with Disney is they made Daredevil, which by the way I'm on season 2. I'm like halfway through season 2.
Oh, okay. So have you gotten through the
Um,
Punisher arc? Is the Punisher arc?
yeah,
I
he's
think
on
it's like
trial. Yeah.
I think it's like four episodes. I think 4 or 5 episodes is the Punisher arc, and the second half I think is the Elektra arc, which is okay. But the Punisher arc, fucking that is like some of the best TV I've ever seen. Not even just a superhero thing. Like it's some great
Uh-huh.
television. Yeah, I think
Dude,
you
yeah,
messaged me
when
about
they're
that. Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
no, yeah, I was about to say, literally what you were just about to say, when they're on when he captures Daredevil and ties him
yeah,
to the smokestack, and
mhm,
they're arguing about morals, and the Punisher's
yeah,
like, "Bro, you're not that far off from what I do. Like,
yeah,
what are you
yeah,
talking about?" Just oh my god, it was their
yeah.
arcs. It was
Is
just
that God
so good.
that one line where he's like you put them away, and then like 1-2 weeks later, or 1 or 2 months later, they're back on the street doing the same thing or something like that. God, it's dude,
Oh yeah,
that
dude,
that scene is one of the best scenes like ever, man.
so
That
good,
show, yeah, the
so
Daredevil
good.
show, the Netflix show, man, is one of the best shows I've ever seen. Let alone the superhero show that I've seen, and it's pretty shitty that Disney's gonna do their own thing with it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, man, and like, well, I looked up the new one that's supposed to come out, and it looks like some of the same characters are gonna be in it.
Hmm.
Um, but what I'm getting at, or why I connected them, is like that series was, I guess, rated R, NC-17 or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and it's like, so they can do it. So it's not this whole mantra of, oh, well, Disney can't do rated R movies because they're kid oriented, this that, and the other.
Yeah.
Well, I know this was done before Disney acquired, Daredevil, right? So like it was on
Mhm.
Netflix. Then they got it over whatever. But um, uh, like it can be done. It can be
Yeah.
done.
Exactly.
You know.
It's been proven they can be done. Even with that, with Daredevil, with like even like I don't know,
Oh, Blade.
yeah, Blade, Dark Knight. There's movies that are dark and violent and like grounded that can be successful, and it's proven that it
Uh,
can be. But with Disney trying to keep a certain tone, a certain level, and a wide audience, or being able to market to a wider audience, they're afraid to change anything. And I've already seen like interviews about it, and they're like it's like the same. It's not the same writers. It's not the same showrunner. It's not none of the same like creative team. It's just the same actors, and the same characters. And so they're talking about, oh, we think it's time to show a lighter side of Daredevil, trying to show a more hopeful side of Daredevil. I'm like, why? You got every other fucking
uh,
Marvel series and show is bright and hopeful. It's you don't need to do it here too.
you
Like
know,
just let this be its own thing.
just let. They have so many shows. So many
Mhm.
shows. First off, that are crappy, but they have so many shows
Yeah, but yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
uh, cater to kids and like young adults. So let us old heads like it, I'm all about. I'll keep this subscription. Like I'm all about it. They do have some good stuff.
Mhm.
They got the Nat Geo, the whole side of it. They got
Right.
but like
Yeah.
give us some gritty stuff. It's not gonna
Mhm.
hurt. If anything, it'll
Yeah.
keep us from talking trash about Disney because seeing as that's
Exactly.
what everybody's doing right now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, like, exactly. So, I don't know, man. I think that's God, that's unfortunate, man. How good that show is and where it's gonna end up. Like, I'm not
Mhm.
even pretending to be hopeful. I'm not even gonna like hold my breath because it's not like there's no way they're not gonna be able to match that. They're not gonna be able to match what they did,
No,
and especially
no.
what they're trying to do. So yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. But you were saying the problem with Disney. We went on a huge tangent about Daredevil. We're talking about Star Wars here, but yeah, you were saying the problem with Disney was something. I forgot where you're going with that.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they pander to like the kids that everything has to be can't be worse than PG-13,
Mm,
right? Like everything has to have oh, we're family oriented, this that, and the other. It's like, no, dude, you guys are an organization with decades of experience in movies and
Yeah.
culture and like everything. You guys have Disney World catering to kids. You have freaking Disneyland. Everything is family oriented. Your whole organization is based on family oriented. So like when it comes to creating shows that are mimicking comic books that are like nitty and gritty, like it's okay to make some uh, for the older people. Now, what I want to know is my thing is we're not the only ones that are talking about this, right? So like Disney pays people, I'm sure to have these discussions. So I'm curious to see what those discussions are like, right? Like what
Mm-hmm.
are the numbers? Like what are the stats as far as I'll give you an example. One of the car companies, it's Acura. Everyone wants a two-door Acura. Everyone wants two-door Acura, right? People are upset
Mm-hmm.
that they came with the four-door, but apparently um, the sales weren't as good as two doors. Nobody was buying two doors, despite the fact that all of us want two doors. They were saying, well, nobody's buying them, so we're not going to make it. So all of us want this nitty gritty stuff, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
curious to see what the stats are or what stats they have, as opposed to like, okay, well, who's watching this nitty gritty stuff? Are we pulling in random, um, pods of people, having them watch, radar movies or whatever, already asking, random adults and seeing like, I want to see where they're coming up with this stuff. Because surely
Mm-hmm.
there has to be people around the table that are thinking about the same stuff that we're talking about, and they're getting paid for it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Right.
what's going on here?
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's interesting because I think I had this conversation with Mark a bit ago. And the people like say Kevin Feige's running Disney or was running Marvel, and Kathleen Kennedy is running Lucasfilms, Star Wars. Like there's no way they're sitting on like at the head of the table thinking like, yeah, we're doing it. Like everything we make is gold. Everyone loves what we do. Everything is perfect. Like you can't be that. There's no
No,
way you can be that tone deaf or that deaf to
no, definitely not.
what's going on. You can't just be like, yeah, no, there's no way. Everything we're doing is gold, and we're the best. Like, there's no way that can be the conversation at the table, and there's no way. There's no way, despite what Kathleen Kennedy feels about Star Wars and how she feels about what she has done, like with the sequel trilogy with Rey and all those characters that she loves and created, and they're continuing to create. They're going to do some more movies, I think, with Rey. I think they're even talking about doing another trilogy, a new trilogy with her, which is like you've seen the
Cash
response.
grab, bro.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, and they've seen the response. Like they know that people are critical of what they've done. They know that people didn't care for the sequel trilogy. They know that they hated the Acolyte, and Obi-Wan was horrible. Boba Fett was horrible. They know the response wasn't good. So like, what is the conversation in that room, and why are they going? Yeah, let's make another one. Let's make 5 more. Let's make 3 more. Let's make the Skeleton Crew about a bunch of kids lost in space, and that's what Star Wars fans want. Like where, yeah, exactly, that's a great observation. Like what is that conversation, like who is, yeah, I'd like to be in that room and like trying to like understand or trying to hear that conversation and see where they're at, where it's all coming from. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on, unless everyone in there is just like kissing Kennedy's ass and being like, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, yeah, KK, you're doing it. Everything you shit out is gold,
Dude,
because they
I
want
would
to keep
like
their
to
jobs
think
or something. I don't know.
I would like to think that they have sophisticated people in there, but like I don't know what's going on in those meetings. I don't know, man, because it's stuff like this. Like we all, us critics, we're all sitting around here chatting about
Mhm.
what we think should happen, and I think a lot of people forget that uh, these Fortune 500 companies, they pay people to sit around the table and discuss everything that we're talking about, right? So like all
Mhm.
these ideas, I'm sure I'm over here acting like I'm the freaking CEO of a company, as if I know, but
Right, right.
I would imagine because they have all this money, so why not pay you know people to discuss all the same stuff that the critics are talking about? Because there's no
Mhm.
way that they don't know what the fans are thinking or what these companies, because they want to get a read on their product, right?
Right.
So they have these meetings, and it's like, what are y'all talking about? Like, do you guys just keep producing the same trash? And like, you guys, oh, this is great, and you just keep making more. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Because even if the conversation at the end is like, oh, it's about money. Like, we need to make, like, we got to make this amount of money back for it to be profitable. What is it going to take to make that kind of money? And there's no way it's like the Acolyte. Let's do more of that. That's what's going to make money. Like, there's no way that's the market research. There's no way that's pointing to that direction. There's no way that they're like, oh yeah, the response says we need more Acolyte. The response says we need more Obi-Wan. We need more Boba Fett. We need more of
Yes,
those.
it's
We need more Rey.
hey, you know what we need? We need more cowbell.
We need more what?
We need more cowbell, bro.
More cowbell. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that's not. There's no way. That's what they're saying. Because like, yeah, because even if it's like, and that's how it is. It's a studio, man. It's a business. They're trying to make money. If that's the case, this isn't making money. What they're trying to do. And
No,
I don't
and
really know. Oh, go ahead.
no, go. No, say your piece.
Oh no, I don't really know the model for Disney Plus. Like, I don't know how a streaming site makes money off of these like multi-million-dollar projects. Like, if say like the Acolyte costs 280 million to make or something like that, I think. Are they getting $280 million worth of subscribers, the new subscribers to Disney Plus to make like? So I don't really, I'm not sure. So I'm probably sounding real dumb right now to everybody else who does know, but I'm not sure how they make money on these shows when they have existing subscribers to Disney Plus. But with that said, there's got to be. I think there's some kind of like streaming number, like it's like TV, right? Like television. Like, I think it's something like that, like a Nielsen
Yeah,
rating type
I
thing or something that determines it. Yeah.
I think the proof is in the pudding. With just look at Deadpool and Wolverine. They literally they literally said, you know what? And again, I don't know what their numbers were before the movie or whatever, or what their ratings
Mhm.
were, but they were literally like, you know what? Our shows suck. I know. Let's resurrect Wolverine after we killed him.
Mhm.
This 20-year he well, not we, because Fox, but they were Wolverine. This character was built up for 20 years. Like, I remember going to the movie theater watching the first X-Men, where him
Yeah.
and Halle Berry were Storm and everyone,
Mhm.
and like 20 plus years of him being the character. They died him off. Like, I thought Logan was fantastic. The way they did it was freaking
Yeah. Logan
awesome.
was phenomenal. Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah, and then they were like, you know what? You know what? Let's double down, and you know
Yeah.
what? Let's dig up his grave, and let's just bring him back to life. And of course, oh, you know what? Let's do it with Deadpool, because Deadpool's a hit, and we need money. We need to get fans back. Oh,
Mhm.
and you know what else we're gonna do? You know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna have freaking Robert Downey Jr. play Doctor Doom. Like,
Yeah.
let's. Oh my god, dude, you guys. Oh my god, bro. This is
Yeah.
to me, and I'm sure to you, it's all it is uh you guys are you guys don't have idea. Like, there's plenty of actors. There's plenty of actors. Like, figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
these actors, freaking Hugh Jackman was gone. He's dead. Wolverine's dead. That ship should have fucking sailed. As good as that movie
Mhm.
was.
Yeah.
And Robert Downey Jr. was Iron Man. Period. Don't have him play another freaking actor just because people love. Find someone else. Like, that's my opinion on
Mhm.
it. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
dude, I had the
It's
exact same opinion, man. When that came out, when they announced that he was coming back to play Doctor Doom, this is we were on, me and Mark were on the podcast, the Geek Speak show, to discuss the exact same
mhm.
thing right when they announced it, and so we had this discussion about it, and immediately I was like, yeah, this is a very sad attempt to try to gain their followers back. Um, for me, it was like, okay, we need a win. Like, we need to have a win. So they did Deadpool Wolverine. people enjoyed it. It did well. It made a lot of money. And they're like, okay, so now that we have their attention again, we still have to win everybody back. So what's like the best thing that we can do for sure to get everybody to come back and love the MCU again? Robert Downey Jr. We'll bring him back in. And I was like, this is sad, man. This is a really sad attempt to try to stay relevant. Like this isn't like a good move. Like, yeah, I was like, as soon as I saw him take the mask off, I was like, all right, I see what you guys are doing. Like, this isn't great. This isn't great.
Well, it's funny you mentioned trying to stay relevant. It's like, and even if that's the case, it's like, okay, who are you guys competing with? DC?
Mm-hmm.
Like come on. Like, I love it. And I'm a big Batman guy, big DC guy,
Yeah.
but like, really, are we gonna compare the Marvel movies to the DC movies? Like,
yeah,
who are you, like, let's be honest, like, who are you guys really competing with? So there's no competition. It's like, now, for the record, I think the Dark Knight movies they're great. I love the Patterson's Batman, the Superman, Henry Cavill as freaking Superman was amazing. But it's like, there's only two. It's DC and Marvel. Like, so it's God, I don't know, man.
But that's the thing, though, is that the MCU is that they're competing with themselves. That they're only competing with themselves. That's the only thing they have to do is worry about their own product, and so they're trying to they're fighting against themselves, is what it is. Because right now we'll get to DC in a second because we're going to talk about the creature commandos. They're not competing with DC right now yet because nothing's come out yet.
Right.
And I don't know if that's like some foresight where they're thinking, okay, that's coming out. Superman's coming out next summer, or this summer. So they're keeping that in the back of their mind. Maybe like that's going to be a future competitor. But right now, they're competing to get their fans back. Like that's what they're doing. And they're not getting them back from anybody else. They're getting them back from themselves, right? Because they alienated the fans by putting out. Like all of phase 4 and 5 have just been garbage. Like it's been trash. You know what I mean? And they're trying to get those pre-fans back. I think, and that was the plan, and that's why they brought the RDJ back in and all this stuff. So yeah, no, I agree with you 100%, man. But so as far as Skeleton Crew goes, man, is there anything about it that you're interested in from that trailer, based on that trailer? Because I know your opinion on the Goonies because we talked about that recently.
About
the Goonies, yeah. And then I talked to you about it a little bit too about the Goonies, and you were actually like the prime candidate to have for the Goonies episode. But what's your thoughts on? Is there anything interesting about this that you would even want to see?
I mean, honestly, a lot of these shows I watch because I know you guys are going to talk about it. So I want to be like, in the know and everything. Because anyways, I'll watch it. And there's always this like this little bit in the back of my mind. Okay, maybe this show won't be bust. Maybe, and I do it to myself every time. Time. It's like, if you date a certain type of woman who, you have horrible history with, it's like, I'll go back to my ex. Maybe she's changed.
Maybe this time.
Yeah. Maybe this time. Oh,
she won't let me down.
I went back to her 4 times. Yeah, maybe I learned. No, I didn't learn.
Yeah.
Oh, she wore that black dress. Oh, maybe it's something new.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it just cause. Yeah, I mean, Goonies to me, when I saw it for the first time when I was older, and older being like, I think it was like 5-6 years ago, I couldn't even get through the freaking movie. Like, I think you're right. It's just, the movie was just built for kids. Like, it's not built for adults. So like this TV series. It looks kind of like the same thing, but because of Star Wars, they're going to attract that audience anyway.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see, man. I have no interest in it. There's nothing about current Star Wars that gets me excited. I mean, Andor season 2, I think, has a teaser. Maybe I haven't seen it yet, but I think they put out a short teaser, and then I think a trailer's coming or something. But yeah, the Andor 2 maybe, because Andor 1 was really good. But I feel like though Disney's really good at being like, oh yeah, we had a hit, let's fuck it up. let's do it again, but make it worse and ruin what was good on the first one.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna do. So I think I don't know. I'm about to be 35 here in a few months, man. You're about to be 35 in a few weeks, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like, this is not. I'm as a 35-year-old almost man. I'm not really interested in seeing a kid adventure like a Goonies type show, or you know what I mean. So maybe it's gonna be cool. It'll be fun. Maybe it'll be like good for the next generation of kid fans of Star Wars, and that's cool. I'm good with that. Like if my nephew can identify with it or something, that'd be cool. But me as a Star Wars fan, there's nothing about this like trailer that looks exciting. Nothing that looks fun. I don't like kid humor. I don't like when kids are witty and like kids are smarter than the adults, and I really don't like that especially as an adult. Like it's not interesting to me. So if this show is gonna be full of like kids that are super capable and smarter than the adults and like a Home Alone situation, like I don't care. that's not for me, so yeah, I'm not super excited for it, but I'm gonna watch it because we have to for the show. But
for sure,
we'll see what's that. So we'll probably come back to Skeleton Crew as it comes out, and we'll get you on for some maybe some live shows talking about those episodes. But let's jump into Creature Commandos real quick. You watched the trailer? Did you watch it today?
I did.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was coming out. I was like, oh damn. All right.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about it because I've forgotten about James Gunn because I'm gonna throw this out there right now. I know people love James Gunn. I know people really enjoy the Guardians movies. I think people have a certain perception of him as being a very comic book like fan, like a comic book connoisseur. I disagree with that. I don't think he's I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy, obviously. But I've been saying this a lot, is that like people like keep saying, oh, Guardians of the Galaxy is proof that he's a fan of comic books, that he understands comic books. And I disagree because his movies are nothing like the Guardians from the comics, like at all. Like his characters aren't the same. The stories aren't the same. None of it's the same. So basically, James Gunn is really good at taking characters that nobody knows anything about. He does whatever he wants with them, makes him tell a lot of jokes, and makes it really fun. Rock and roll soundtrack, everybody enjoys it for like the major audiences. Major audiences enjoy his movies. I don't think he necessarily understands comic books. That doesn't prove that he understands comic books real well. He's a big fan of it, but that's to me who James Gunn is. I don't think I'm sure he is a comic book fan. I'm sure he does read comics. I'm sure he does understand the source material, but he hasn't proven that he can do a good adaptation of a comic book, which is why I'm worried about Superman, because you can't do that with Superman. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna take Superman, do whatever I want with him, and it's gonna be good. You can do that with Guardians, because nobody knows who the hell Guardians of the Galaxy were before that movie came out. You know what I mean? And now they do, but everybody knows who Superman is. So if he does his own thing and turns into a Guardians of the Galaxy rock and roll, comedy, that's not the way Superman is supposed to be told. So my point to that is Creature Commandos, right? I don't know much about Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos. It's basically from what I think, my opinion, it's like a Howling Commandos, which is the Marvel equivalent. There's like, I forgot who's in the Frankenstein man, the thing, I think, or bunch of like monster characters, essentially Wolfman, I think, or something like that. here I'm talking about James Gunn in the comic book, and I don't even know, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But it's like equivalent. It's equivalent to that, right? It's like that. Like the monsters are like a superhero team. So I know in this there's going to be like the Bride of Frankenstein, or again, I'm probably sound like a freaking idiot right now, trying to mention these characters. But it's like the Suicide Squad of these monster type characters. And it's the same plot as Suicide Squad. It seems like it's literally Amanda Waller is like, oh, we can't use humans now, so let's use monsters, and that's going to be our Suicide Squad. And yeah, and that seems like it's essentially going to be a Suicide Squad with monster type characters. So what? I already have my first opinion about the trailer, but what do you have a first opinion about the show coming up?
I was kind of like, I wasn't sold completely on it. It reminded me of that of Suicide Squad. It reminded me of Invincible, just because of the cartoon feel, you know. Now, then personally, I think all these people who try to do these cartoon shows, I think Invincible is the cream of the crop. I think these other shows, they have a lot to live up to, because Invincible, I think, is just written very well. I think the characters are great. You know, the kid's struggling with his father. You know, like his mom has issues, and you know the even his little redheaded girlfriend, like, or girlfriend. I guess she's not a girlfriend. The superhero. She has her issues. You know, and like on top of that, all these people are invading the planets. So I don't know, man. It's that show is just very well written, in my opinion. So when it comes to cartoon shows, to me, they all have to compete with that. And yeah. Oh, and random question before I forget. Well, have you all talked about doing the Poison Ivy show on HBO?
Is that the one with the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy one?
Oh yeah, the Harley Quinn, yeah.
One. Yeah, Harley Quinn show. I think we mentioned it. Because we did that Kite Man show, which is in the same universe, like they're the same characters in the same show, I think. But I think we were kind of so late to the game that we're not even sure how to catch up or even talk about.
For sure.
But I know it's one of those kind of comedy, rated R kind of comedy shows. So I wasn't really like interested in it, but I think I think a lot of people do like.
Good. No, you're good. I was just always wanted to ask you guys, and I just kept forgetting.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's essentially it.
I think about this.
It's a Suicide Squad, so.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that like one, it feels like Suicide Squad, but also like Guardians a little bit with like the Rock. Like obviously it's like James Gunn just loves to use like kind of pop, like 70s 80s pop music, you know, or rock music. He likes to use that kind of the top 40 stuff, not top 40 stuff, but that kind of like people know the music, and it kind of has this like rock and roll type attitude to it. And it feels like one of his fucking shows. Like it's like this is Guardians and Suicide Squad mashed together, rock and roll soundtrack, toilet bowl, mature humor, and gore. You know what I mean? And and the thing about this, what's important about this show is that this show launches the new DC universe. Like this is like the first official canon show of the DC universe, you know. So it's kind of important in that regard that it's that's the first outing. Like this is going to show us what's to offer for this universe, you know what I mean? And this is James Gunn's first show. It's the first thing he's produced, the first thing he's done for DC in this current universe, and it's supposed to launch everything. So one, why is he choosing this show to launch everything? Like why is he choosing Creature Commandos to launch his universe? And second, how is this any different than what he's done in the past? You know what I mean? I think he talks a lot of, I don't know, man. His interviews are kind of all over the place. I don't know what he's doing anymore. But he was like saying like, oh, it's some stuff from the past is canon, but some stuff is not canon. Basically, if we say it's canon, it's canon. If it's not, it's not canon. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now because Peacemaker he still wants to keep. Suicide Squad. The two movies that he made are partially canon and partially not. It's confusing. So I don't know. I wonder why he chose to do this show first. And he was saying like, oh yeah, everything I'm doing over here is going to be different from what I did with Marvel. It's going to be, the stories are going to be important. It's going to be, this and that. But this trailer looks exactly like everything else he's done, whether it's Guardians or Suicide Squad or Peacemaker. It looks exactly like that shit. And I have no interest, man. Like I'm a little overly biased because I don't like James Gunn. I don't like his movies really, but man, this shit looks exactly like everything else he's done. And if this is what's supposed to be the new DC universe, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to. I'm not looking forward to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. I agree. I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I don't have much else to say about Creature Commandos, man. It's starting this week, and I'm not excited, but I'm curious to see if this is going to be any different than what he's done before in the past. And I don't know. Sure. To me, he just seems like I don't want to be this guy, but it seems like he's just so full of shit sometimes. Like the shit that he says. Oh yeah. The way he flip flops, the way he twists like whatever he says about certain things. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. He just seemed like he's a little skeevy, man. So yeah, but I don't know. Any other thoughts about Creatures Commandos, man?
No, man, that's it. I didn't even know anything really about it until you said something.
Yeah. That makes sense, dude. That makes sense. I think everyone is really. I don't know if this is. I don't know what everyone's thoughts are about it. I don't know how people are excited about it, but I'm sure people care more about the Superman movie coming out in the summertime. That's what people are really looking forward to. So
yeah, no, I know I am. So
yeah, but it's a fucking James Gunn movie though, so we'll see if he can do Superman right or not. But yeah.
I hope so.
Anyway, yeah. No, and I don't want a bad Superman. Look at dude. I got my biggest statue in my whole collection is that Superman statue. That shit was super expensive. I got the other one over here. This one over here is the false god statue from the BVS movie. I got Supergirl down there. Superman is my dude, man. That's like one of my favorite characters. And I don't want a bad Superman movie. But I don't like James Gunn, man. I don't like his movies. I don't like his style of filmmaking. I hate his sense of humor, and I don't know if he's the guy to do this. I don't even know if he's the guy to do Superman. But I want it to be good. I want a good Superman movie because Superman's like my favorite character. But I don't know. I don't trust the guy that's making it. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I made this. I don't know if I'm still gonna uphold it, but I made this deal with Mark. Because when they announced that Ray movie that they're doing a while ago, this was last year when they announced just the one movie. Mark said he refuses to watch He's not going to watch the movie. He refuses to watch another movie with Ray in a Star Wars movie. For him, and I agree 100%, is that they shit on the original characters, Luke, Han, Leia. They pushed him to the side, gave him a shitty fucking story and how they go out. And everything was pushed onto Ray, and Ray was the most important character. And now, and Luke was the one who's supposed to, bring balance to the Force. Essentially, like he brought all together, saved the whole everything, and redeemed his father. Right. So that was the point of the Skywalker saga. Now it's like, no, actually, Ray is the one who's supposed to bring balance to the Force, not Luke or Anakin. So Mark fucking hates that. And I agree. I hate it too. I think it's fucking bullshit. But so he refuses. He will not watch the new Ray movie no matter what. And then I don't know how soon after it was when they announced that James Gunn was taking over DC and he was going to make the first Superman movie. I said the exact same thing. I was like, I am not gonna pay to watch Superman. I will not pay for that ticket. I'm not gonna pay money to go watch the movie from a director that I fucking can't stand. And he was like, that's cool, that's fine. Like I'm good with that. So we made the kind of deal where we're not gonna watch. Either of us are gonna watch those movies. And I'll watch the Ray movie, and he'll watch the Superman movie, and he'll talk about it. I don't know. I'll probably end up watching it, but I don't want to. I still don't want to pay for it. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's too funny, man.
Yeah, right. So, cool, man. All right, let's jump into the very last topic then. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. I watched the trailer again today just to refresh my memory. So we did an episode 2 weeks ago about Mission Impossible because Mark had never seen any of them, so he watched the first 3 before we did the episode, and he was. Yes, no, yeah. So he seems like he likes it. He likes Mission Impossible now, which is I don't know. Mission Impossible. If you guys didn't listen to that last episode that I did, is like my guilty pleasure movie, like or series of movies. I freaking love Mission Impossible, not for any other reason other than like they're good action movies, just good solid action movies with like really high stakes. Like that. And that's it. There's no. The stories are okay. They're whatever. The acting's okay, but like it's just like it's like a great action, like a great action movie, a great action franchise. So it's one of my favorite. Not like I wouldn't put it in my top favorite movies, like films, but like it's one of my favorite things to watch is just Mission Impossible because they're just fun. They're fun movies. So. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning is the 8th movie, I think, in the franchise. Is that right?
Yeah.
Number 8. Yeah. And there's rumors that it's going to be the last one, man. That's a bit of a bummer because I could watch effing Tom Cruise jump off of skyscrapers for the next 20 years. I'll keep watching them. Yeah.
There's a couple things here. One, I agree. Because outside of Mission Impossible, what else is there? There's 007, but that's not the same type of action, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna get a lot of action scenes, but it's not. Yeah, like it's not the same type of I guess continuous action scenes. Him is more of I'm gonna drink my freaking dirty martinis and get roped up in a relationship and then is a terrorist and I think for the acting, I mean obviously TC is my guy.
Dude, I fucking love Tom Cruise, man. Despite what people say about his whatever his affiliations are. There's two reasons why I like him. One, I like his movies, man. And there's, I forgot who was talking about it on a podcast, but nobody says anymore, I'm going to go watch the so-and-so movie, right? Like the actor who's in the movie, except for Tom Cruise. People are like, I'm going to go watch the new Tom Cruise movie. Like he's the last of those stars, right? Like, I don't know. People don't say, I'm going to go watch the new Chris Pratt movie. I'm going to go watch the new, whatever, Timothée Chalamet movie, like because it's Timothée Chalamet. Like, nobody does that anymore. They go to watch franchises. But with Tom Cruise, it's like, I'm going to go watch the new Tom Cruise movie. Like when Top Gun comes out, Mission Impossible comes out, you go watch a movie because he's in it. You know what I mean? And that's why I love Tom Cruise, man. He's like the last of the big movie stars. You know what I mean? Still doing this kind of shit.
So well, I guess there's 2 points to your what you said. I would agree that he is the last of the big movie stars doing this type of stuff. I would say people, I think, would still go like Denzel, right, with Gladiator. But granted, he's not running around jumping off buildings and whatnot. But which Gladiator 2 was amazing.
Did you see it?
I saw it yesterday.
It's pretty good. What?
And then, I liked it.
Oh shit! Okay, all
right. What was I gonna say? So and they played the trailer from Mission Impossible again. So, of course.
Oh, okay.
But my Oh man, I had something big. Um, oh yeah, so I think I agree. Same thing. My guilty pleasure. I love just popping them on and just binge watching all the whole
Mm.
series. Ghost Protocol, great. Fallout, great. Um, they didn't. I don't think they did a good job. They did okay, a decent job with the last one.
Mm.
Seven.
Yeah.
I think all they had to do, and it may have been you or somebody else was talking to do, all they have to do with this movie is just be better than the last one. Just be a little
Yeah.
better than the last one, because the one before that was with Fallout.
Yeah. Fallout with
Uh,
Henry Cavill in it.
oh my God, you
Mm.
that one, oh, that was, to me, that was one of the best ones, or if not like
Yeah.
the best one.
For
Like,
for me, it's like it's like it's the trilogy. It's Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout. Those three are
yes,
just
yes.
effing gold. I like MI3. I do like three. Three is when
Hmm.
they're really trying to pick it up and get and take it to the next level.
Hmm.
I appreciate three a lot. Two, I don't care for. One is good because the first one, obviously, but
Yeah,
it's Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, and Fallout. That's like peak Mission Impossible to
dude,
me. Yeah.
they're so good. And the thing, I think I applaud Tom TC for doing his own stunts and stuff, but I think with the last one, you really started to see his age come out, because
Yeah.
um, like the way he wasn't fighting as much as the other ones, like
Mm.
the punches and stuff, like weren't, they, it wasn't it wasn't like his previous movies, which is fair because he's 60 years old, you
Dude's
know.
even 60. I didn't know he was
Um,
that old, man. I thought he was like
yeah,
52, and I looked it up, and dude's like 60, man. So
yeah, dude. Like
yeah,
I just
I mean,
saw.
he still drove the dirt bike off the cliff and
Hmm.
parachuted in the last movie.
Yeah,
That's pretty damn good for a 60-year-old. But
yeah, dude. And
yeah,
there was that clip, I don't know if you saw it, that said, "Oh look, TC's underwater for this next film." He's and then I guess he has another film where he's gonna be in space or something like that. Like
yeah,
he's
he's gonna
actively like,
actually he's gonna really be in space. Yeah, that's just
bro.
crazy, dude. Yeah.
He's- and then I read some stat. This is the last one. I read some stat that said, the reason behind him running in all of his movies is that when he runs, he makes some obscene amount of money. So in the movies, alone, when he runs, it
Mhm.
ups his the amount of money that he makes by some stupid amount, just in the
Really
fact of him running. Yeah, so look it up. And I wish I looked it up before I came on here. So that's why he has a running scene in all of his movies. So, or
interesting.
the movies with running scenes, there's a significant
Yeah.
disparity between the amount of money made when he runs and when he doesn't run. It's
Really,
wild. Yeah.
that's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's crazy. Man, that's wild. But yeah, so you like you were saying, Dead Reckoning was okay. There's a lot of dialogue, a ton of dialogue. From what I remember, as I went to go watch it, I remember when I went to go watch it, I was excited. It was pretty dialogue heavy, which is not what I'm looking for in a Mission Impossible movie. And
Mm-mm.
I mean, there's some moments in it that are cool. Haley Atwell she's the best. Um, yeah, and then
Hey.
obviously killing off Rebecca Ferguson was very sad. I was very sad about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but but yeah, I think I just didn't care that he was fighting AI, like fighting artificial intelligence. I was like, you can't really punch artificial intelligence, and I want to see some more of that. I want to see some more action.
Hmm.
And then this next this I watched the trailer again today, and I'm feeling kind of the same way about it. Like I'm feeling like it's like the AI, even like to the AI's voice and the AI's voice in dialogue. I was like, I don't know if I'm really interested in this so far. There's some scenes that look cool in there. There's obviously like where he's like, I need you to trust me one more time, kind of thing. Or there's like a lot of they're trying to build the stakes up for sure, and I get it, and that's cool. It's got if it is going to be the last one. hopefully it's going to be big and good. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling the AI thing, man. I'm not really feeling the fighting AI. For me personally.
Yeah. It gives me what's the movie with Shia LaBeouf? And they were
Eagle Eye.
It gives me big Eagle Eye
Right.
vibes, and this is the other thing. What they need to do with this series is have Tom Cruise have, I don't know, an apprentice or someone get introduced,
Mm,
and he can ride off into the sunset or die, whatever. So now we have a new, you know, Tom Cruise person, right? And now Tom Cruise can go off. He's not involved anymore. He doesn't have to run around, but he can produce the movie still. You know,
mm,
and
yeah.
and then we can see, and hopefully he's around for a very long time. Um, so then we can see him still develop his franchise, for
Right.
years to come under some new person, kind of like Daniel Craig's gone, so now they're trying to figure out somebody else to
Mhm.
continue James Bond, right? So like
Yeah.
Mission Impossible would be cool if they did that, but then again, I would also respect them if they didn't, and it was just Tom Cruise for the whole thing, and then this was like it. There's no more,
This last one.
But there's
Yeah.
yeah, but then it runs into another problem of cash, right? Everyone's always looking.
Mhm.
They want more money, and they know that. They know that this is no one's competing besides James Bond with
Right.
a series that's gone on this long. Like Bond's been around for decades,
Hmm.
decades. Um, so you have that. I mean, and then you have these little random action movies. Like Jason Statham was there, but he's still not doing anything
Yeah.
now, really. I mean, you
The
have
same level now.
yeah, like you have John Wick. Um, you have Denzel as the equalizer, but first off, calm down. Denzel, just I like you, brother, but let's relax a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for it. I can see your point with AI,
Mm.
uh, coming from the whole Mission Impossible previous franchise with the fighting actual characters and
Mhm.
people and whatnot. So I'm curious to see what happens. Curious.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm there opening day either way. I'm gonna watch the
Mm-hmm.
movie either way,
Yep.
because
Take all
again,
my
I love
money.
Mission Impossible.
Take it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like as long as Tom Cruise is in Mission Impossible, I'm gonna pay to go watch it, no matter what. Whatever my thoughts are on it, whatever my thoughts are on the previous movie, I'll still watch the next one. You know what I mean? Like, that's just I'm committed
Mm-hmm.
to Mission Impossible regardless. But yeah, we'll see. I think January 25th, I think it comes out. It's something like that around the end of January, beginning of the new year. So we're probably gonna have an episode about it. Hopefully, Mark catches up on the last movies to get to this one. But yeah, well, for sure. Well, I guess we'll come back to it when we get there. But yeah, man. Any last thoughts on Mission Impossible?
Nah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it, dude.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's it. The tank
Solid,
is
man.
drained. That's all I got.
For sure. Anything you want to talk about, book related? Anything you want to plug before we wrap up here? Anything you want to talk about market?
Sure. Yeah, no, I just finished um my third the third book's been done, so I just gotta hopefully release the third book to the Baron Group series in 2025.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
and then I just started writing literally today, the first chapter for my whole new series, which is going to be, if you read the books, there's a lot of history between Max and Jack. They used to
Mhm.
work together before,
Yeah.
um, back when Jax was younger, or Jack, this and the other. So I'm starting a whole new series when Max first gets to the agency, like 20 years prior, all of
Oh,
this.
okay.
So new
Oh, nice. So like
characters,
a
you know, the
prequel.
same characters, just yeah, and it's gonna be a whole new series. And I want this series to be just straight action packed. You know, they're doing missions.
Mm-hmm.
There's none of this, ups and downs like the Bear Group series, or any like longer books. I want these books to be like, okay, these are the missions that they keep referring to in the Bear Group series. Right? Let's get into the nitty gritty
Yeah.
of these missions. Let's get into it. So that's what I'll be working on. So hopefully,
Nice.
yeah. So that's coming down the pipe. So
how many of those do you plan to write for the prequel series?
I mean, hopefully I can come up with enough ideas to keep it going.
Yeah. And then, do you have any plans to come back to the Bearing series after that, or are you done with the Bearing series?
No, I want to keep. Ideally, I want to keep doing the Bear Group series for as long as I can.
Okay.
Characters get older, age characters, and they'll have new missions. And but with the other series, I want to do the same thing. But I think I might have a lot of leeway because they'll have so many missions. So, they can just come up with mission after mission after mission because we're talking 20-year difference.
Okay. Oh, so they're like younger. They're nice. Solid, man.
Yeah.
Right, dude. That's pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to get your next book, man. I'm almost done with Retribution. I'm like really close to it. So I love
nice.
I love the chapter, man. The way you have your chapters are like 5 or 6 pages, man. I can read 1 or 2 chapters before I go to bed, and then I pass out because I try not to get up like the last like half an hour to an hour before I go to bed. I try not to use my phone at all now. Just try to like stimulate your sleep. And so I've been reading your book, and I'll read like 2. If I'm real tired, just 1 chapter, which is like 4 or 5 pages, which is perfect. That's like perfect. I don't like stopping in the middle of a chapter. It's like I hate stopping in the middle of the chapter. Yeah. So when it's like 5 or 6 pages, I know I can get through at least 1 chapter, if not 2, and even that, like 12 pages, 13 pages for 2 chapters. So it's like it's perfect reading level. Yeah. So I'm getting pretty close to the end, I think, of Retribution. So I'm waiting for the next one now, man. At this point.
Nice. Yeah, man. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done. I just gotta start this process in 25. So we'll see.
Sweet, man. I'm excited. I'm sure our listeners are excited too. Cool, man. I guess that's it then, huh? We wrapped it up. We did it. We did an episode.
That's it. Yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks for having me on here, dude. Anytime, bro. You just let me know. I'm here for you.
Yeah. All right, dude. I might have to keep hitting you to bail me out because I just had to like put together an episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I need someone I can call.
Well, the funny part is Alan keeps asking to come on, and this is what, the 4th or 5th time now.
That's true. He keeps saying like, "Have me on the show, man." Like, yeah, have you on the show. But at first, because this is the first time we've done this this format on like a online. We've never done this before from our side. You know what I mean? So now that we have it, I don't really have any excuse to not have him on. But he was like, "Yeah, get me on the show." Like, I can't. You're in Florida, dude. What are you talking about? Like, I can't get you on the show.
Oh, this. It's so funny. I can't wait.
I guess I can, but yeah, no, we have some interview because like if like when we end the show and like if I get everything works and everything's fine, we have some remote interviews of people that want to be on the show that we haven't even had a chance to get on yet. So if this works, then we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. And I guess we can get Alan on if he has something important to say, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man, that's so funny.
Yeah. It's like the 4th time you've been on the show, right? Probably like 4 times now. It's 1, 2, 3. This is probably this might be the 4th or 5th episode I think that you've been on our show.
Yeah. That's so funny, man. So funny.
I'll make sure to get you on at least once more before we get Alan on the show.
Yeah.
Just because I'm an asshole about it. Yeah. And because he's who he is. Perfect. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. He deserves it. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Cool. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here then. But yeah, honestly, thanks for coming on the show, dude. You really saved me for this week. So,
Yeah, for sure,
but
man.
yeah, we'll get you on again soon. And yeah, I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, dude. Cool.
All right,
Appreciate it,
dude.
man. Appreciate having me on.
Well, yeah, yeah, no, dude. Thank you, man. I owe you big time. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it then. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys next week. I think me and Mark are covering, I don't know, arcade maybe or something. But we gotta figure the schedule out. We both been on vacation. We don't know what's going on now. So
That's funny.
cool, man. All right, dude. Well, sorry, man. Thanks for coming on, man. But yeah, we'll catch you later.
All right, bro. All
All right, we're out of here, man. Thanks.
right.